Welcome today. My name is Isaac Garankwek. We are here today for United Abyei campaign for referendum. On my side is James. Introduce yourself.
My name is James Maluk Ajit. I'm from South Sudan. We are here to campaign for Abyei Referendum.
My name is Tilar. I'm a former chairman of Sudanese Community, Southern Sudanese Community in Vermont. We are here today for United Abyei campaigns, referendums.
My name is Chol Dor. I am a member of Sudanese Community. Today we are united to support the Abyei campaign.
My name is Peter Kenny. I'm the Secretary of Sudanese Community in Vermont. I'm here today for Abyei, for United Abyei campaign referendum.
My name is Emmanuel Mayom. I'm the chairman of the Sudanese Community living in Vermont, and we are here today for the United campaigns for Abyei referendum. Thanks, guys. Before we go ahead with our program, we have a clip of video of a rally in Abyei that was done last week. Can you please show us the video clip for Abyei campaign?
Our guests who have come from South Sudan, we want to thank you and show you what is being done by the government of South Sudan.
This is the time that our people from Abyei will have to make a political decision to decide their destiny, political destiny. So the right thing is to register ourselves, all those who are eligible voters in Abyei, to determine the future of that people. So I think it is time for us to say that Abyei referendum will be conducted as scheduled.
The referendum must take place in October in 2013.
Abyei belongs to South Sudan.
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 Abyei belongs to Degamar.
Abyei belongs to Degamar.
Abyei belongs to South Sudan.
All the Abyei communities all over the United States of America, they gather today to show their voices to be heard by the African Union Peace and Security Council and the United Nations and international community, that the patience of people of Abyei has run out, and then they need now the conduct of Abyei referendum as promised by the African Union.
No denied Abyei referendum. No denied Abyei referendum. Abyei belongs to South Sudan. Abyei belongs to South Sudan.
As I talk now today, people are actually fasting in Agog, in Abyei area, just to show to the world that they're so desperate for the referendum to take place. This is a reflection of how people feel all over the United States, the people of Abyei and the friends of peace, that they would like to support the people of Abyei.
The children of Abyei are growing, seeing violence, hatred, pain. They are forced to become adults before their time. Imagine that if these are your children.
There must be referendum in Abyei to prevent war in Abyei. There must be referendum in Abyei to prevent genocide. The date October was not determined by the people of Abyei. October Day was fixed by African Union, and therefore they must honor October 2013 for referendum. I am from Nimule. I cannot vote in referendum in Abyei, but nothing can stop me from campaigning for referendum.
Nuswan Abyei woye! Afal Abyei woye! Let's join hands together to fight the last fight so that people of Abyei are free, and so that Abyei, which is part of South Sudan, is back again to its origin.
The Abyei referendum must take place in October of this year. That is why we're here. We will never surrender. And I would like at this historical event, a moment, to declare on behalf of the people of Darfur, on behalf of all the marginalized people of Sudan, that our people of Abyei, they have unwavering and unquestioning support for their cause to have their referendum carried out in Abyei as soon as possible as of October.
Our people of Abyei, we love all of you. People of Abyei, we support you. People of Abyei, we stand behind of you.
We have to be prepared for referendum in Abyei from 1st October to 31st October. We must prepare for that. Let us not wait for a date to be fixed. As far as we are concerned, referendum in Abyei will take place from 1st October to 31st October.
I was in telephone conversation with His Excellency the President, and he is assuring me that he is ahead in March. He is very firm like a mountain on the issue of Abyei. In Juba, there was a similar march like this some 4 or 5 days ago. And many of our people have already started returning to Abyei. Some flying, some went by cars. With great determination.
Yes.
With the determination to have Abyei referendum immediately. We, the government of Southern Sudan as a whole, and we, the SPLM, the ruling party as a whole, we will never comrade, and we will never and never let Abyei down.
Yes, yes, for referendum.
Yes, yes, for referendum. Yes, yes, for referendum.
All right, thank you for listening. This is a little bit video of a beer rally happened in last week. We are going into our program, and the first question we are going to discuss now is where is Abyei itself and why is it important to both sides, South Sudan and Sudan. So my colleague will discuss all this. Why is it very important? We know there are people out there who heard about Abyei, but they don't know where it is, and it'd be okay for them to know where it is and why is it important for these two countries.
Thank you, Garang. I was born in Abyei, and we displaced. Our houses were burned down since 1985, and even I was a child. I did not remember the exact place, but I do know that Abyei is between Unity State, South Sudan, and North Barkazal State. So it's from south. It's in the middle between these two states, and we are actually in the border, close to Babanusa and other places who are places that Musiri are living in, which is our neighbor, are from the north. So that is where Abyei is. And if you go deeper, actually, Abyei is not the only city that is between South Sudan and North Sudan. Abyei is in the middle. If you look to that, map of Abyei, Abyei is in the middle. We have places on the top. We have Makher. We have Difra, which is actually the place that there is oil right now. That these people are killing us. Oil is not exactly in Abyei. It's over there in Difra, and we have other places, including my hometown where I was born, Kolo, is on the top of Abyei is behind that. But the problem is these people think that there is Abyei belong to them. It's not true, because we know where Abyei is. And so thank you. Give other people a chance.
Actually, by geographical location, Abyei itself is a part of Barkazar region in geographical terms. If you look at the map of Sudan, actually, Abyei is a part of the southern Sudan. Is not a part of the northern Sudan, because if you look at the northern Sudan and the southern Sudan, but it was supposed to be a part of the. Some years back, it was supposed to be a part of the north, But by now, Abyei have to be back to the north, to the south. Is not a part of the south, of the north, I mean. Abyei people are not supposed to be forced against their will to be the northerner, while the southern Sudanese. So by definition of slavery, forcing you against your will is a slavery. And this is not a time that we are supposed to be slaves. It was happened long times ago when our people were drugged, the mothers and the sisters and the brothers. The government of northern Sudan sent their troops to capture people, actually, and then drag them to the north for slavery. So by forcing Abyei people and Abyei land to be a part of the north is a slavery by definition. So, and we wouldn't accept, and this is why we are here to support the Abyei, and that's why we went to New York to stand in the front of the UN's office to rally there for them to endorse the referendum of Abyei to take place in October this year. And we all went, and this is why we are here also to pass our message to those who haven't get a chance to go to New York City for the Abyei rally to support this. And we also went our senators. We cannot do it by ourselves because we can do it with our American friends, like what we did in the referendum of Southern Sudan. We stood with American friends and American government until we have our own country. The same, the part of the Southern Sudan left behind, we need the same thing to happen to all the senators, especially Patrick Lee and Peter Welch and Vermont senators and the other senators of United States to let the boys hear about Abyei, to be brought back to Southern Sudan, to be a part of the Southern Sudan. And we need all the American communities to support us about this. The government of Northern Sudan will never do it without pressure from them, without pushing a pressure to the government. So we need this one to actually take place because it's too late. It's supposed to take place in 2011, but they push it. But today we need Abyei people to go back to their home, to stay in their house, because now people, all the mothers and the kids are living in the bush and they live under the trees where there's no food, there's no health. And it is a time for all of us to see. If you have a time too, to prove that, you can Google Abyei and you can see the images of destruction of the houses of the Abyei and how people were killed. You can see that as evident. So the government of Northern Sudan cannot claim the land and people, but the government of Northern Sudan is claiming just only the land because of natural resources. One of those is oil, and that automatically it will tell that this is not their land. But the Southern Sudan government is claiming people of the Abyei and the land itself because it's a part of us. Because we have never took the arms, they haven't sent their arms, their forces to kill the people of Abyei or destroying their houses because they know it is their land. But the government of North sent their troops to destroy their houses and drop the chemical weapons on the lands, because they're distracting it. They don't need the people, and they don't need the houses. They only need the land so that they drill the oil. That's their interest. But our interest, we need Abyei people to go back, the mothers and the children. They have to go back to Abyei town, their home. I will stop here to let my colleague talk about it. But actually, Abyei is the district of the Barkazar region. It's a part of the southern Sudan. It's not the northern.
So the question we are talking about is, where is Abyei? So Abyei used to be a part of the south. As my colleague stated, it used to be part of the south. But in 1905, that part of the region was redistricted to be part of Kordofan. And so by definition, these are people who look like me. They speak the same language. And because of the policies of the government at the time, they were moved to be part of that district, the Kordofan district. And what happened then is that by definition, they become part of the north because of new changes by the then regime. Now, what happened after that is it bring conflict, and people fought during the civil war. And so the Abyei, even if they are by geographical definition, they are part of the north, they identify with the South Sudanese, and they speak the same language. And so that's basically the geographical location and where they are.
And the conflict that infliction was that after South Sudan, after the peace agreement, which is CPA, was signed in 2005, there were two protocols. One was the CPA itself, which based on South Sudan, and there were other two protocols. The other one was Abyei Protocol and Southern Kordofan and Blue Nile Protocol. Abyei Protocol was supposed to take place with South Sudan CPA, South Sudan referendum in January 1st, 2011. January 9, 2011. That protocol did not take place because of the issue that were not resolved. The issue were armed Syria, which are nomadic in Abyei, are they supposed to vote for referendum? That was one of the issue. South Sudan government and us never agree, and Abyei referendum did not take place. Last year, African Union endorsed a proposal saying that Abyei referendum is going to take place October 2013, which is basically, technically it's tomorrow. So far what we are doing here is, it's a campaign for Abyei. We want people around the world and the people of United States to know that if the Abyei referendum is not going to take place, this will drag back the two countries that are supposed to live in peaceful and coexist as neighbors into another war. Sudan government is not interested in people. It's only interested in resources. And what they are doing so far, they are just buying a time because they want to drill and drill and drill as much as they want. But they don't want to resolve the issue between the South and the North that involve people of Abyei. People of Abyei are like people that is stuck in the middle of nowhere. basically, if you ask them, which is your government, they basically side with the government of South Sudan. And government of Sudan is claiming Abyei and its people, but they are not providing any resource, either administrative or financially. In this case, what we are doing here is to give people of the United States and the all representatives, including the senators and the local people, to urge the Congress to support the Abyei referendum. I will continue later for more, but I'm going to give my friends a chance to tell more.
Thank you, guys. I think the question should be asked, why is it so important for people of South Sudan to fight for Abyei? The land itself, if you lose the land, it's very hard to find a land in your entire life. People can die, and other people can be born later on in the future to come. But the land, if you lose the land, you'll never get it in your entire life. So it is very important for we South Sudanese, even if, like I myself, I'm from Lagos State in South Sudan, I will not vote, but my voice should be heard. I can campaign by any means, day and night, or lobby to some of my American friends and everybody across the across the board, or around the world regarding this issue, because land is very important, and that's why some of the countries around the world they fought. Let's give an example. For example, in Africa, in our Eastern Africa, Ethiopia and Eritrea, they were fighting because of the peace of the land. 100,000 of people died in one day. It's because of land. If you lose the land, it's very hard to find it. So no matter what will happen, no matter what Northern Sudan will say, we, the South Sudanese, will stand behind Abyei people. And it is a must for the referendum of Abyei to take place starting tomorrow, as Peter Kenny mentioned it, until the 31st of August. We will do anything by any means, because losing a land is very hard to get it back. People can die day and night, and still we can fight for our land. As you heard it from Shoal earlier, it was annexed to Southern Kordofan when they used to call it regions, and by now, so we have to claim our place back. So there's no point of the Northern Sudan not to give us that town back to the north, to the south, I mean. So it is very crucial topic, and it is very good, at least for us to sit here today and talk about it. Why is it very important for we South Sudanese, and for particularly the Abyei people? And a lot of people, they go online and they watch TV regarding what's going on around the world, and I'm sure many people saw what had happened in Abyei. Abyei people has been displaced, and 100,000 of people, they run children and old, and they just live under the tree. So it is very important to get the support from our friends, especially American, to raise their voice and support the African Union so that the Abyei referendum take place in October. Because losing a land, as I said earlier, is very important, and we cannot lose Abyei. It's not about resources. We do have other resources in the other part of South Sudan, but to lose the land is not an easy thing. It kills people. People can die, but land is an important thing in a human life. So if you have a place you live, even if you don't have anything, but that place is called it's the land of these people. So it's very important. So I will just give a chance to Isaac Graham-Quick and the rest of my friends to add anything.
Just to clarify, when we say that Abyei used to be part of the south, but it was moved to be part of the north, which is Kordofan. We are talking about not moving people to be part of the north, but moving people and their land. So it's not a northern land. So that's just what I And just to make sure that people understand what we're talking about what used to be one Sudan. There used to be one Sudan, and because of the CPA that was negotiated in 2005, after more than 2 decades of war, that ended that war. So we signed a document called the Comprehensive Peace Agreement in 2005, and that document, it gives the South Sudan a freedom for self-determination, meaning that they will, when that time comes, they will choose to be either part of the Sudan or to be an independent country. Now, along with that, there was the Abyei Protocol. The Abyei Protocol was a document, a part of the CPA, and it stated that the people defined by that region called Abyei will be entitled for a referendum. Now, that referendum was supposed to take place in 2005, and now we are talking about the same protocol in 2013. What happened was that the Comprehensive Peace Agreement, the self-determination, was carried out in the South, but the Abyei Protocol, which means the referendum for Abyei, was not done, meaning that it was delayed intentionally by the government of Sudan. So now we have two countries, two different countries, the Republic of South Sudan and the Republic of Sudan. Between these two nations, they're claiming one region called Abyei. So we're still struggling to make sure that a referendum for Abyei is completed.
All right, thanks. Thank you. Oh, you want to? Okay.
So yeah, people they are clear that Abyei is from South Sudan, and it's very important too that everybody should know that it was only the administration that was the one who moved to North Sudan, and people, even myself, when I was in Abyei, I never know that we were in North Sudan, but when the CPA was signed, and then the both countries or both parties were told to go back and establish the administration in Abyei. In 2008, they were replaced that the Khartoum government started displacing people of Abyei, because as is stated in CPA, that the head of the Abyei during CPA, during the interim period, supposed to be from SPLM. And when that was happening, that's when that war started. They displaced people. They come and kill people in Abyei because they don't want people in Abyei. Actually, they need Abyei, but they don't want people to live there. So, and then they do it again in 2011 when the referendum was supposed to take place, and it did not happen. So that's one thing that I want to add.
In point of support, actually, when we talk about Abyei, we were not supposed to talk about an Abyei, because Abyei is even close to the middle of, the center of, close to the center of the southern Sudan. But we should have talked about like Nubia, South Kordofan, and the north, and the Blue Nile, because these are geographical areas as also part of the southern Sudan country. But because of being posed by the government that have a power, that brought us to campaign. And the technical way that the government of the northern Sudan is doing this is when they find the area where there is oil, then they move the border. Because there's no border now, they don't talk about the border. Even it will come soon to Juba if they find that there's a wealth of the oil in Juba. So they will say that Juba here, Konya, we have a border here. So what is going on there is just getting oil. If you ask the government of northern Sudan, how many districts, how many counties or the villages that we have in Abyei, they will never tell you the villages or the tribe they're living there. But if you ask them where's the oil, they will tell you the wealth of the oil. They will count it right away. But they cannot tell you where the villages or the district or the tribe and who are not living there and who are living there. So the only is a grabbing of the land and the resources, but they don't want people actually.
Thank you, guys. We are now going to our next question, which is the CPA and Abyei protocols. Most of you already brought it up, and if there is more to elaborate on it, please, can you guys?
The only thing I can add about the Abyei protocol, it gives the entitlement to the people of Abyei to be the only people who can vote in the Abyei referendum. Now, the other part of it was the Masiria. There was a question about what about the Masiria? And so Masiria have a connection of resources, meaning that they live in a region that is dry, and so, okay, they live in a region that is dry, meaning that they cannot survive because they keep animal. So every year during rainy season they come to the south. So the question was, what happened if the Abyei referendum was done? So it was decided that the Masiria, no matter what happened to no matter what the result of the Abyei referendum is, the Masiria will still be entitled to have access to the south.
Actually, because we're running out of time, the people entitled to vote now in the referendum of Abyei are the Abyei people, Dinka Ngoks, but not Masiria. Masiria have no right. They come just only looking for the fresh water and the fresh grasses for the animal. So they have to come for the rainy season or the dry season so that they can bring their animals, so that they graze, and then they get the fresh water and they survive. And after that, they keep on moving. They don't have a place, actually. If you go there, you cannot find their permanent houses. But if you go to a Dinka Ngoks, you can find their houses. They are still living there, either in a drought time or a season, or a dry season or a rainy season, you'll find them there. But in Masiria, they come only just moving up and down. They are nomadic people, so they don't have a place. So Abyei people, they were sympathized to let them come with their animals as brothers, so that they can get water, their cow can graze, and so forth. Now they claim it to be a part of the Abyei. It is not true.
Let's close.
All right.
Yeah. Final word. You could give 1 minute.
All right. Yeah. We are now coming close to our program. The only thing is I want to add is that this referendum of Abyei is very important. It's very important because we're concerned about the security of Abyei people. We don't know what will happen after the referendum. If we know definitely Abyei is South Sudan, and if they come to South Sudan, if they win the referendum to be part of South Sudan,